Well, I'd like to start off by saying I wanted to recite a poem that my fiance wrote, and I miss him so dearly. He's not here right now, but my heart's close to him. I just want to share this with you guys. It's called Forward, Always Forward. The city yawns outside, February closes its mouth. The snow is turning brown on the sidewalk. It's gray outside this morning, and the smoke draws a thin line from my face. It seems like I've been trying forever. The music plays and it's almost enough, and laughter. I look outside this morning, searching for a coward's explanation as to why opening the paper is enough to make me cry, and why all the actors in the dramas have the same old lines. While the owners of the playhouse count the tickets taken in, it's like it's always been like this. And as it seems natural to me, as mapping the human genome or traveling to the places you can hold inside your head. The best thing is to find a way to laugh about it while doing your job. You could be standing in Paris wondering if the pretty girl that just looked at you and all the witty things that you could have said beneath the satellites and the aliens, it wouldn't even matter. If you could just hold on to the good songs for when you need them most. I've never been a brave man, but it's almost good enough. For all good men are cowards, and the art of putting one foot in front of the other, forward, always forward, into the endless nights, between the rows of jabbering monkeys, each one giving you an opinion of a movie they just watched in the dark. I bite my lip and say nothing. I walk across the room a couple times and sigh. I look out at the city, I take another puff. Everything seems so heavy. I bet someday a microscope will be able to see all the molecules inside our body are as full as any universe. And that's a lot to ask of anyone to drag all of that around. But none of it even matters. What matters most is what the day brings. And there is no beauty so great here that all the cities fall and the civilizations collapse. And there is a madness so great here that the sun also sets, and we've built our own lights to hold off the endless night, and we have to live like this together, vaguely always self-aware and suspicious of what everyone really thinks of us, regretting all the stupid little things we might have said, as if a time machine was ever invented, the past would become the present, for the world would spent in taking back everything that was ever said, and nothing would be accomplished, and the stars would be so finally so bright that we could barely look at them across the endless sky and all the twinkling city lights. I would be one of them now. Looking out my window, the year is 2012. Existence is still hard, and I'm still between jobs. Of that, I'd like to have a lot to say, and I have so much emotion that's just been building inside of me for so long, and it's almost like I've been looking for this pedestal for me to be able to speak, and I'm wondering if the words that I can even find inside my brain, inside myself, could even reach out to you profoundly enough, like if there isn't words that matter enough, but do words really even matter anyway? I mean, like, they get so lost in translation, and there's all these different little languages, and it makes it so hard for us to be able to understand each other in the end. And all I ever really want to say is, I feel like a couple people throughout the night have stopped up here and kind of had a thing or two to say, some insight about the world, and a lot of it has been fearful insight. We're thinking, I also, I have genocide on my mind. I have, my financial situation's totally collapsing. I'm like a showgirl that works down the street, and it's fucking cold outside. It's fucking cold, and I can't work down the street. I literally work on Fremont Street, and I wear feathers, and I parade myself around like some glamorous, beautiful person when, that's not really who I am, and that's not really what matters. And we're all here just trying to make money, and at the end of the day, some of us have money on our mind, maybe some of us are more well off, and what does that really even matter for anyway? What are we all working toward? It's like an endless circle that's just not going anywhere. And what is it that you want? What is it that you want when you sleep at night? What's that last thought that you have in your mind? What is it that you want? What is it all that we desire more? It's like we forgot. Did you guys forget what life is really like? I think a lot of us have forgotten. That's just what I think. I mean, I don't really know if what I'm saying it has, any kind of sanity to it, but what I believe is that the concrete wasn't here before we were, and neither were these walls that we put up between us, all these walls that have separated ourselves from each other. I mean, really? Really? What's equal to a prison? Literally, seriously. A prison has 4 walls, and you limit yourself to 4 walls. Not just 4, maybe you have a ceiling, maybe your walls are a little bit more, maybe have more depth, maybe add a little bit of corners over here, maybe it looks different, maybe the size of the windows are different, and maybe that makes a difference, but I don't really think any of it makes a difference because we're so separate. Because we're so separate from each other, and we judge each other from, what we look like, and you think about what you put on every day, and you think about the way people are going to perceive you, and you just got to remind yourselves that, it's love in the end that really matters, and that's all we really want. I wish we could give it to each other. I love you.